Hi there, it's Grant here and welcome to 45 Health. And in this video, I'm going to share 5 powerful tips that I personally use to help ease anxiety symptoms when they come up. Now, in the full act of honesty and transparency, I'm not going to claim to you that I've fully recovered, sort of boast, I'm in recovery and this is how you recover and I've got a program, nothing like that. I just want to give you actionable tips that you can implement right away to help ease your anxiety, because anxiety can be horrible. I mean, with me, my anxiety is more health related. It kind of comes and goes. When it goes, I might not actually get anxiety for a year, but then a stressful situation happens. Maybe I get a body sensation or I start worrying about something, and the more the worry happens, the worse the anxiety gets. And that's how anxiety works. And in many ways, I see anxiety as like your overprotective brother. It is your body's way of trying to protect you. So the problem is when anxiety flares up, your nervous system is in overdrive, you're in fight or flight, and you feel all sorts of weird body sensations, and then you start worrying about it, and the more you worry, the more thoughts you tell, the more you believe your thoughts. It just gets worse and worse. So you've got to basically break the cycle. And anxiety is like an annoying big brother. But, anxiety doesn't have to control your life. There are ways you can manage it. And, when it flares up, you can just bring it right down. That's what I want to share with you in the video. So let's get on with the tips because I respect your time. This isn't going to be a flash video, by the way. This is raw, real. I've got my little notepad here to keep me on track because I just want to give you great information. So the first tip I want to do is the power of breathing. So I know with me, when sometimes I go into anxiety and I get, catastrophic thoughts and things like that, you can just, your breathing you can start hyperventilating or your breathing goes faster. And what that signals to your nervous system is that there's a danger. So basically the anxiety loop starts. So the thing is you need to control your breathing. This is what I learned a good couple of years ago, and it's something that I really try and implement daily. It's my daily, sort of regimen. So the first breathing technique you can try is the box breath. And basically this is used by Navy SEALs to basically keep them calm in the most dangerous and stressful situations when on the battlefield. This is what they're taught. So this absolutely works. So basically I'm just going to run through it with you very quickly. So the box breath goes like this. So just find somewhere really nice and comfortable where you can relax for a couple of minutes. And what you need to do is breathe in for 4. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out for 4, 2, 3, 4. And then just hold for 4, 2, 3, 4. Now you can do that a couple of times. And what you should know after doing it sort of like 4 or 5 times, when you're focusing on your breath, you should feel your anxiety slowly coming down. And, it's not going to, I'm not going to say you're going to be cured afterwards, but it's just going to bring the anxiety down and just going to get the whole point of it is to distract you from your thoughts and also to calm your breath and just calm down your nervous system. Now, the next one you can do, if that one, you don't particularly like that one, is just literally breathe in, but make sure the exhale is longer. So again, sit somewhere comfortable for a couple of minutes. Let's breathe in for 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then basically exhale, say for 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm counting, but basically just count in your head, breathe in for 4 and out for 7. And when the exhale is longer than the inhale, it just signifies to your nervous system that you're not in danger. So those are the breath work ones. There's all sorts of others out there. You can try it. You don't have to, be absolutely, exact with these things. Just find a breath work that works for you. But these two really work well for me. Now, the next one is, this really helps me, is go for a walk in nature. Because the thing is, when we're sat inside, you just sat on your own, you sat on the sofa or wherever, and you just sat with your thoughts, that's the worst thing you can do with anxiety, because you're just going to get in a mental loop, whether you're worrying about something about your health or a stressful situation. You're just going to get in a negative loop, and yeah, that's no good. So what works for me is get out into nature, go for a 20 to 30 minute walk somewhere that's really nice for you. Just go out there, get out of your head, just be present in the moment, in nature. You can also do breath work whilst walking as well. And what you'll find is that after 20, 30 minutes, you'll feel your anxiety, really just completely relax. And the thing is, you don't actually have to go for a 20 to 30 minute walk. You could just go for a quick 10-minute walk just to get out of your head. The key thing is just get out of your head and just relax. And nature is actually really good for us because we're basically from nature. So getting into nature, so a forest or a park or by a lake, just go for a walk or just sit down and just be quiet with yourself. This is one of the best things you can do for your mind and body. And also it's good exercise as well. So also another thing I found is when you've got anxiety, just keep moving. The worst thing I find when you've got anxiety is just sit there and just getting consumed by your thoughts. Not a good thing at all. So get yourself moving, put your shoes on, go out for a walk, go shopping, go for a coffee. Just do something. Just take your mind off your thoughts, because you've got to break the cycle. Because when anxiety flares up, you're in a negative loop. It's telling you stories that basically aren't true, and then it just gets worse and worse. You've got to break the loop, go for a walk, keep yourself busy, go for a coffee, but just keep moving, keep doing something just to take your mind off the anxiety. Now, the third one is something that I love and I do daily, and that is to listen to guided meditations and yoga nidras. This is one of the things that I do. This is like something I have to do every day. I usually do guided meditations in the morning before I get up. Maybe in the evening I'll listen to a couple, and before I go to bed I'll listen to 1 or 2 meditations. And what this does, it just allows you to just calm down from the day. If you're feeling anxious, it's going to allow you to relax. It's going to calm your nervous system, get you out of anxiety. You're going to be controlling your breath, and trust me, this really, really works. This is one of the most powerful techniques I personally use to really calm my anxiety and keep myself calm, even in highly stressful situations. So there's loads of guided meditations on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, type them in. There's loads of them. There's some great ones. I'm going to try and do some on here in the future, so watch out for them. But from the moment, there's loads of good ones out there. There's one I listen to is Ali Boothroyd. She does yoga nidras. Yoga nidra is incredibly powerful. I'm not really into yoga, but she's a genius. So just go and listen to Ali. I'm not affiliated in any way, but I just listen to her meditations and I think they're brilliant. Also, if you don't want to use YouTube, there are apps out there. I've got the Calm app. The Calm app is brilliant. Lots of guided meditations in there. It's paid for, but yeah, if that works for you, get it. But yeah, listen to meditations daily and yoga nidras, and you're going to see great results or improvements in your anxiety. Another thing is don't sit on your own. Go and get some company. Just get out there, go and see a friend. The worst thing, for me, the worst thing I can do when I've got anxiety is be on my own. Just go and be with someone. Go and see a friend, go and see your parents. If that isn't possible, just go and sit in a coffee shop. Just be around people, because this is just going to distract you and take your mind out of the loop. And the thing is, we're all human beings, need connections. We need connections with people that we really like and we really love. So being with people is incredibly relaxing, especially if they're good people. It's just going to help you, and talking about your problems with people you trust will really, really help you. So yeah, don't sit on your own. Go and get some company. Go and see a friend. Go and see your parents. Go and see your brother and sister. If that isn't possible, go sit in a coffee shop or do a hobby. Go and do salsa. Just be around really good people, because that will really, really help you. A bit unorthodox, but it really helps me. The fifth one, and this is a bit unorthodox, but works like a charm, is to be with animals. So I've got quite a few pets. I've got rats, gerbils, had a cat, but unfortunately the cat passed away. But the point is holding and being with animals is incredibly calming and relaxing, because it's kind of like meditation. I don't know what it is with animals, but they just have this innate ability to calm you. It's amazing. So, you know, obviously if you don't like animals, you don't like being animals, this isn't applicable to you, but I love animals, big animal lover, big nature lover. So being with animals really, really helps me, you know, holding my rat when I have my cat, it's being with him. Yeah, incredibly soothing and incredibly relaxing. So if you haven't got a pet and it's sensible for you to do so, maybe consider getting a pet, maybe a cat or a small animal like a rabbit, gerbil, rat, whatever. Doesn't really matter what animal it is. They all have a calming effect. Or if your friend's got a pet, just go and be with them. Maybe go for a dog walk with your friend if they've got a dog, if you haven't got a dog. But just be with animals. It just works with anxiety. It brings you right down, because I think animals are spiritual. I don't know how they do it, but I think also you're in the moment. You forget your problems when you're with animals, and it's just a very calming process, stroking them and just being in the moment with them and relaxing. So those are my 5 tips to ease anxiety. Now, longer term, these tips aren't necessarily going to cure anxiety. This is just going to kind of, if you're really suffering with anxiety and you're basically on the limit, you don't know what to do, these 5 tips are going to help to ease your anxiety and just bring it down. You know, slowly bring it down from a 10 where basically you're in panic attack mode. Will slowly, in 10 minutes or so, can vary, it could be longer, it could be shorter. It's going to bring it down to 7, bring it down to a 5, 4, 3, and you're just going to be in a more relaxed state. But longer term, if you want to sort of have anxiety recovery, you're going to have to do other things. Now, I'm going to suggest 2 things you try. First one is CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. I've had this before. This worked really well for me. It doesn't work for everyone. You've got to find what works for you. But I had this really weird thing about 6 years ago, stressful situation I was in, and I just had this thing in my head. I was worried about going to the dentist, and I was really worried about breaking my teeth. Really weird. I think it was down to stress, and it actually got quite bad that I was just obsessing over it. Very strange, but yeah. So anyway, I went to CBT. After 4, 5, 6 weeks of that, it was fine. The next thing that really helped me is hypnosis. Hypnosis, a lot of people think that, you know, hypnosis is like some guy or woman, you know, shaking a pendulum in front of you, hypnotizing you. That isn't the case at all. It's very meditative. You know, I've got a hypnosis guy I use just a couple of towns away, and he's brilliant. Basically what I do, I lie on the couch, he puts on some really soothing music, and he just talks me through his script, which basically helps you to rewire your brain, but it also relaxes you as well, because the music's soothing, what he's talking about is soothing, and it actually rewires your brain to change the way you think. So if you want to recover, I would give CBT, but if you don't, doesn't really tickle your fancy, try hypnosis. Go and find a good, someone who does hypnosis, and if they focus on anxiety and stress and other mental health conditions, all the better. So that is what I've got for you. I really hope you got value from this. Why not subscribe to the channel? I'm going to be releasing more videos related to mental health, but also physical health, because this is the place where I want to help people over 40 to basically achieve their best physical health and mental health, because when you're mentally and physically well, you're at peace and you're going to live your absolute best life. Also, why not comment below if you're suffering from anxiety and you're freaking out? Leave a comment below. Feel free to ask me any questions. Or if you just want a bit of support, happy to reply to your comment. I've got nothing to sell for you, nothing like that. Comment below. Let me know what you're going through, and I will do my best to help you, because at the end of the day, this is all one big community. We're all helping each other. We all want to achieve peak physical and mental health so we can live basically our best life. So thank you very much for joining me. Hope you got value from the video, and I will speak to you very soon.